and then you say, which do you think makes the most sense for you? Which do you want? And most people are going to say, I don't know, because I don't know how much. They're going to say, depends on the price. Now, you need to make sure that you don't discuss price until after they've made a decision that they want it, all right? Well, it depends on the price. Well, we could talk about the price later. First, tell me which one you want.
You're listening to the Profit First for Lawyers podcast, the official companion show to the book Profit First for Lawyers by RJon Clip. Now, this podcast is for you if you want to bring home more profit while working less hours in the office, spending more time with your loved ones doing the things you actually want to do, and turning your office into a lean, mean, profit-breathing machine. So if you're tired of working for your law firm instead of your law firm working for you, stay tuned for some really practical insights that will get you the results you've always wanted. It's time to put your BS aside for the next few minutes and put yourself, your family, your firm, and your profit first. Welcome back to another episode of the Profit First for Lawyers podcast. I'm your host, Carly, and today we are concluding our 4-part series on sales with part 4. Now, RJon's been walking us through 10 of the most common sales mindset issues that prevent law firms from converting more prospects into paying clients. And we've got one last mindset issue that we haven't covered yet. So I'm going to play that for you now, and then we'll do a recap of all 10. So here's number 6, subconscious sabotage. Let's roll the clip.
Your subconscious is screwing with you in the sales call. It's got this dialogue going in the back of your head. I remember I was arguing a motion one time for a friend of mine. My client was actually a really, really good friend of mine. The outcome of this particular hearing was going to have a huge impact on his business and his life, and worst of all, his ego. And the whole time that I'm trying to make the argument, this guy is yammering in my ear. You ever had that happen in court? Or in a deposition? Passing me notes, and don't forget that, what about this? It got so bad that the judge literally stopped the hearing and said to my client, you need to shut up and let your lawyer think. Like, it was that bad. But that's what's happening in your sales calls. Who am I to be making this sale? Oh my God, I'm trying to sell a $50,000 service and I only make $25,000. I'm trying to sell a $100,000 divorce and I only make $50,000 a year salary. Oh my God, who am I to, I make $50 an hour and I'm trying to sell a service for $500 an hour. And who am I to do that? And I mean, this whole big thing, it just becomes this tornado of self-talk bullshit going on in your head. And you have to just like, you got to get to that calm place. Sales should be boring. Come on, everyone. Sales should be boring. I didn't hear it over there. Sales should be boring. Sales should be boring. All the crap going on around you, in your head, it's just like you're whistling a tune. Right? You got to control the inner voice.
You've got to have control over the inner voice. And then we talked about this a little bit in episodes 7 and 52, which we have linked in our show notes if you want a quick refresher. But one of the things we just heard RJon mention was how our subconscious will try to sabotage us. And one of the ways that it does so can be through our discomfort with money conversations. I know this is a big one. So I'm going to play another clip from the same live quarterly meeting with RJon speaking to this very real concern. Now, this happened at the end of RJon walking members through the, quote, very boring, unquote, steps to ethically make a sale. And if you want a refresher on those steps, we've got Tanya Music's first episode with us linked in our show notes below. But for now, let's get into one of my personal favorite analogies that RJon has ever given to help you think about the money conversation with your prospects in a much healthier way. Let's roll the clip.
Now, let's just go for right now with large, medium, and small. And there's some strategic ways you do this one way or another, but it doesn't really matter because at this point, you're pretty much made the sale. And you walk them through the pros and the cons of the large, and you walk them through the pros and the cons of the medium, and you walk them through the pros and the cons of the small, and you help them think it all through, and then you say, which do you think makes the most sense for you? Which do you want? And most people are going to say, I don't know, because I don't know how much. They're going to say, depends on the price. Now, you need to make sure that you don't discuss price until after they've made a decision that they want it. All right? Well, it depends on the price. Well, we could talk about the price later. First, tell me which one you want. Is there anyone here who really, really, really dislikes a particular flavor of ice cream? What flavor of ice cream do you really dislike in the black and white sweater? What? Chocolate. You really dislike chocolate ice cream. Is there a flavor you really do like? Coffee. You like coffee ice cream, you don't like chocolate ice cream. Okay, what's the most that you've ever paid? What's the most you could ever imagine yourself paying for a scoop of coffee ice cream? $5. Okay, what if you're out on the most romantic night of your life, celebrating the greatest month ever in the most romantic place in the world, and the coffee ice cream is not $5, is more? Would you pay more for it? Yes, you would. See how flexible the price is when you give people what they want? I mean, I could have her paying $25 for a scoop of coffee ice cream in 2 minutes. Sorry? Okay, the chef comes out. First of all, it's the most romantic night of your life, and you're celebrating, I don't know, some gigantic bonus and a promotion and some amazing thing that's happened in your life. What's the most you pay for the scoop of coffee ice cream? $25? Oh, we just got started. And then the chef comes out, and the chef says, thank you so much for having an interest in my coffee ice cream. This coffee ice cream is made with coffee beans that are harvested by orphans, and all the money we make from this coffee ice cream goes to educate them and clothe them and house them and train them how to grow coffee beans that we use to make this coffee ice cream. What's the most you pay for the coffee ice cream? You heartless. You see, people are very flexible in prices when you give them what they want. All right, so it's $100 for the coffee ice cream, and you're taking the coffee ice cream, yes? All right, so it's $100 for the chocolate ice cream. No? Okay, now we're negotiating. It's $50 for the chocolate ice cream. It's $25 for the coffee ice cream, or for the chocolate ice cream. No? But the chocolate ice cream is made with chocolate that's made by orphans. No? Screw the orphans, you're not eating the chocolate ice cream for $25, not even $5, not $2, right? People don't want what they want because of the price. They want what they want because it's what they want. Price is a secondary factor. Unfortunately, people are not trained to make decisions logically, so they always think that price is the deciding factor. You have to help the client decide, what do you want? First, tell me what you want, and then we'll figure out if you're willing to pay for it or not.
Price is a secondary factor. Do you want it or don't you want it? Okay, now let's wrap up all 4 parts on this sales series. We're going to embrace the ouch, and we're going to take a quick look in order at all 10 of the top sales mindset issues that might be silently, or maybe not so silently, causing you some grief. So let's roll the recap.
Number 1, desperation. When you're desperate, you're in your own head, and you're worried about your own needs, and you're not focusing on the other person's needs, and you're not being of service to them. Second, a deep-seated self-image as the victim. People who have a victim mindset have a really, really, really hard time being effective in sales because they can't be of service to anyone, because they see every sales conversation as something that's happening to them or something's being taken away from them. 3, the need to be liked. You're not there to make friends. This person is not taking time out of their schedule, rearranging their whole day to come see you because they need a new friend. They're coming to you to get help with a problem. 4, the need to be right. You gotta break free of your need to be right. Your need to be right is screwing up your sales because you have a need for the person to buy your services for your reasons, and you're not willing to let them buy your services for their reasons. And the need to be right also makes it very difficult to see what their reasons are. Reason number 5, the fear of being judged. The fear of being judged comes from the lack of having your own criteria, your own definition of success, your own standards that you judge yourself by. I'm not here for your approval. I'm here in service to you. Number 6, your subconscious is screwing with you in the sales call. You got to control the inner voice. 7, you take things personally. And the number one reason you take things personally is usually because you're selling the wrong thing. Number 8, lots of salespeople self-sabotage because of fear of success. Most of you are more afraid of success than you are of failure. This is not the time or the place to explore that, but I promise you it's true. Number 9, you allow outside distractions to interfere with your sale. But you get distracted by every little thing that's going on. And you got to understand, a lot of these distractions are being caused by your subconscious, and a lot of these distractions are being caused by your prospect, whose own subconscious is getting triggered by the possibility of making a massive change in their life so they can have a better future, which is unfamiliar to them. So they're getting triggered. And last and not least, there's no strategy. There's no sales strategy. There's no sales system. There's no sales methodology. It's just a simple mechanical problem that no one ever taught you how to sell, and set up a sales process. So we're here to make a decision. Are you going to be useful to your prospective new clients? Are you going to build a business and empower your team to be useful? Or are you going to be useless like most everyone else?
Hey, folks. Now, Tanya did send me over that resource that she promised with the steps of our sales conversion process laid out for you in plain English. So if you want to snag that for free, it's on our website at profitfirstforlawyers.com/action. Now, the link is also in our show notes below in case you're driving. Okay, let's get back to the show. Are you going to be useful to your clients? Okay. And that's what we've got for you today, folks. I hope this series has been really valuable for you as you continue making those incremental improvements to your law firm that will improve your life. And I hope that you've also been starting to see some of the benefits in your own lives that you've heard us talk about a lot here. We are rooting for you, sincerely. And stay tuned next time for a wild and very spicy episode. I promise you're not going to want to miss it, and we'll see you then. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Profit First for Lawyers. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, tell a friend. And visit profitfirstforlawyers.com/action to download the resources that are going to help you put these concepts to work for your law firm. Your future self will thank you for it, and we will see you next time.